So, focus meditation. When do you want to use focus meditation? Um, Focus is the first style that many people learn when they're beginning to practice. It's the first style recommended when you're beginning to learn meditation. And I have found it to be profoundly helpful for regulating my nervous system. When you know and learn how your brain likes to focus and what it likes to focus on, right? Which sense do you connect with most to be able to really engage all of your attention? Which sense do you use, right? And then what are you focusing on? Like what imagery or what thing is most engaging for your brain? Those are the key pieces to determine when it comes to using focus in the most effective way. Focus is a profound way to interrupt the amygdala, to interrupt the whispering or the yelling of threat or lack of safety, or that activation of our fight and flight response or our collapse into the hypo, the freeze response. So it interrupts that, because when you are 100% and your brain is fully engaged, which is why you have to know all those little details, when your brain is fully engaged, it interrupts that messaging and that cascade from the amygdala. And then once it's interrupted, then you can redirect and you can bring in something else to either quiet your system and calm it down, or to connect more with feeling connection and feeling woven. So it really is the first step. So if you're interested in regulating your nervous system, learn how your brain likes to focus and what it likes to focus on and which sense it's using, because that is the key and the doorway to using focus to profoundly change your experience. Because then when you know, it's just there in your back pocket, and choose things that you don't need something else to do, right? Know how your brain likes to focus, know what it likes to focus on, have those things handy, right? If it's trees, have pictures of trees on your phone, or make sure you know where they are in your environment so that you can focus fully on those when you are feeling those early indicators that that activation has begun and that arousal is engaged. Um, there's 4 basic steps with focus. You pick what you want to focus on, you put all of your attention on it, you notice when your brain wanders, and you bring it back to the thing you're focusing on. So that's it. It's that simple. There's just different ways of focusing. And so it takes a little exploration at first to figure that out. But do some exploring with your senses. Which sense holds your attention most intensely and for longer, right? What can you hold attention on for longer? Um, Teasing out those details are going to be key to focus working for you as a tool for self-regulation and for shifting your state. So spend some time exploring that. Remember those 4 basic steps. Pick a target, all attention on it, notice when your mind wanders, bring it back to the target. Know those, and you can do that just as a brain exercise anytime. You do not have to practice that as sitting meditation. One of my favorite focus meditations is dancing the cingulate. Dancing with the cingulate or on the cingulate. Jeff Word says on the cingulate. I just put dancing the cingulate on mine. And I made some slight differences to the way the brain is focusing. Same points, just changing some little details. But that one is just focusing on parts of the brain, right? And then it's imagery with whatever you're seeing going through the brain to either cool it and quiet it down, or when you need to activate it to increase energy. So play with that. Listen to the meditation, because once you know those points of attention, like how your attention moves, then you can do it anywhere, anytime, and you don't have to listen to it. But also make sure you have the meditations that you like saved on your phone, so that you can just pop in and keep earbuds with you. Like, go to work with earbuds and have those things handy and charged up, so that if you're feeling distress, right, either way, like you're feeling the stress or the I'm overwhelmed and I'm collapsing and I'm just like the plug's been pulled out of your battery and everything drains away. Um, no matter how you're using it, it helps, it changes that state. And so learning what your brain likes, how it likes to focus, really hone and refine that, because that is the biggest key. That with safety are the biggest keys to regulating yourself and to changing your lived experience in daily life. So have fun and approach it with curiosity. Just be curious about your brain. No judgment. You might want it to focus in a certain way. You might want it to like to focus on certain things, but you can't make it. It's best to just listen and notice. Notice which things really captivate your attention, and notice which things don't. And so it'll help you tease out which of your senses and which ways your brain really likes to focus. And that is a profound and powerful tool for you.